everybody! Hi YouTube, it's Jess. Today we're going to talk about dissociative identity disorder. So just a little background, I am diagnosed with PTSD, dissociative identity disorder, major depressive disorder, social anxiety disorder.
My friends don't want their own.
Okay, so the first question is, what or who are the fragmented identities? So what happened is, since I was 4, I split into different identities. And this manifested itself in the form of 6 people living in the same body. I am the host, I am the original, I am this body's rightful owner, as you can say. And there's Alex, Max, Casey, Quinn, and Jade. They're all living in this body with me. And DID happens because of PTSD, because we go through a childhood trauma and it is so traumatizing, it is so horrible that we need to split our identity into different pieces so that pieces can protect other pieces, if that makes sense. First off, let's start with Max. When did Max come into the picture? When I was 4, Max came in as a 6-year-old boy. And that makes sense because I needed an older brother to take care of me. And my biological brother, he didn't really take care of me, so it made sense to me that there had to be an older brother figure to take care of me when I was going through life crises when I was 4 years old. To clarify things, my alters never age. They come as the age they are, so Max came as a 6-year-old boy, and he's still a 6-year-old boy. And all of my alters never age. And I'm the only one that ages because as the body ages, I age. So I'm 19 years old. Why do alters exist, and why did Max come into my life? Well, Max is a protector. All of my alters protect me in some way, shape, or form. Max keeps some super traumatic memories from me, so he blocks those out, and I don't remember them. I have huge memory gaps in my childhood. And Max sometimes makes decisions for me, but he always has my best interest in mind, so I trust him with things. Max is strong, so all of the alters have like a hierarchy. Max is actually on the top of the list. He's the strongest. He's been around the longest, and he has the most power. So next, Alex. Alex is a 13-year-old girl. She came when I was 13, and as a fellow 13-year-old, she was my friend when I was 13. That was back when I was bullied in middle school, and Alex taught me how to be sociable and how to make friends and how to maintain friendships. And Alex knows a lot about makeup and clothes and fashion and hair and all that stuff, so I trust her with all the girly stuff. She's obviously still 13, and she still does the things that she does, and sometimes it creates problems because I sometimes don't feel like washing my face at the end of the day and taking off makeup, and I don't feel like, showering at the end of the day. That sounds kind of gross, but when she puts like gel or hairspray in my hair, I have to shower before I go to sleep, so sometimes it's annoying, but most of the time it's for my own good, because I need to dress up sometimes. An important thing to note here is that Max and Alex are siblings. They're just like any other sibling. They fight a lot, but they love each other, and they're a lot like each other.
My friends don't want their own.
Alex protects both Max and me because she's Max's older sister, and she is also my friend. Next is Casey. Casey, she's a funny character. She laughs, she loves laughing, She loves making jokes, she loves hanging out with friends, and she also is into, makeup and all that stuff, but not as much as Alex. Casey is 21, and Casey has a twin. Her name is Quinn. So Casey and Quinn are both 21 because they're twins. As for Quinn, Quinn is also quite the character. Quinn is actually a complete opposite of Casey. She never really laughs, she's super sarcastic, and she is extremely rational and logical and non-empathetic. She is actually borderline sociopathic if you ask me, but that's another story. She is manipulative, but in a good way. She always has my best interest in mind, like all the other alters. And she is also hypersexual, although she doesn't like to admit that. And I don't like admitting it either, because it's super uncomfortable, which is the reason why Quinn takes on that role and not me. Last but not least, Jade. Jade came shortly after Alex. Jade is Alex and Max's mother. Jade is 31, and she actually acts as a mother for all of us. She takes care of us, and she's super lazy and she's super inactive, and she never really comes out unless she really needs to. But she handles all of the adult stuff like taxes and whatnot, and but yeah, that's all my alters. One question I have is, what are the conflicts like between all of you? Well, most of the time it's just bickering in the back of our head. Like Max and Alex right now, they're kind of arguing a little bit inside my head, and Max is saying, stop it, Alex, she's filming, she needs to pay attention and she needs to concentrate. And Alex is like, but I want to film too, and I want to be part of this video, and blah 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 and whatever. But yeah, so it always kind of happens. But if it gets physical, that's kind of where it gets interesting. So each of my alters take up a different part of my body. So the left leg is Max, the left arm is Alex, the right leg is Casey, and the right arm is Quinn. And Jade is somewhere in the abdomen, and I'm somewhere in the chest. And let's say Alex and Max got into a physical fight. Then I'm going to start hitting my leg with my arm because Alex is super sassy, and she just, when she gets into physical fights, she really wants to get into a physical fight. You don't want to be around that girl. But yeah, so that's that. Second question, what does the inside world look like? So our inside world is basically like a house inside our head, inside our body. Each of us has a different room, and when we're not out, we're usually in our room, just kind of chilling and doing whatever, we want. And, Alex likes to play dress up and like play doll or whatever inside her room. Max likes to read books and look up videos on Max likes to read books on physics and watch videos on multi-dimensions or whatever. Hi, YouTube! Oh my gosh! Just started to film! I was so afraid that she was not going to allow me to do this, but I started this YouTube channel and I'm so excited. Max and I, sorry. Hi, my name is Alex. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm so excited to meet you all, and if you have any questions, just comment down below and maybe we can make another video or maybe we can do a Q&A or something about this. But I love YouTube, and I love this community, and I love everything, how resourceful it is and how fun it is to just binge watch YouTube videos. So I'm so excited I get to do this. So Jess was talking about DID. Okay. Yeah, so about our house, we have whatever furniture we want in there. It's like our imaginary little world, you know? So we can make up stuff if we really want to. We have a giant spiral staircase and posters everywhere and pianos and giant beds and stuff like that. And when we go into our little rooms, it's like a whole different world when we go into each other's rooms, but we tend to not go into other people's rooms if we can help it, unless someone is like rushing us into a corner, then we have no choice. Sorry, I'm talking way too fast. I'm gonna have to edit this. But I think Jess covered all of this, actually. She did a really good job. And anyway, see you later. Bye. Yay! 100 subscribers! 100 likes! Woo! You guys should subscribe more! Woo! And give us more likes, because we like you all, and we would like to help others out there that have DID or any other mental illness, really. We started this channel so that you guys can ask questions and we can answer, and I'm going to actually answer some of the questions that you guys commented, so let's get into it. First question by XO Nicole. When you are in school and you're taking a test and you don't know the answer, can you ask your alters for help? Have they ever helped you pass? Yes and no, kind of. All of us have different roles that we take on, and some of us are smarter and have more knowledge than others. Max, he's only a 6-year-old boy and he knows more physics than any of us. So usually Max comes out when it's physics class or like physics homework time, and he usually kind of like blocks everyone out and spends like 100% of the body's energy while he does physics because he is just so into it. That boy. But we can't really ask each other questions on the spot because we don't communicate like that. We can only communicate on the inside when both of us are keen and listening and willing to communicate with the other alter, so it's kind of it's just a weird system. We're a dysfunctional family. I mean, right now I can't communicate with any of the other alters because I'm the one out and everybody else is back in the house and we're all kind of in a dormant state. One of the other questions was, what happens when you guys are in the house? When we're in the house, it's actually a form of dissociation that each of the alters have. It's like derealization, dissociation. It's kind of a combination of the two. If you guys want to know more about derealization and dissociation, please comment down below so that we can make another video. Gosh, this is fun. Okay. Aw, you guys are so sweet! Alex will love this. I think Alex already saw these comments. I don't get how they can have their own rooms. This sounds so cool, but how is this possible? I actually gave a reply to this one. When I say house, I mean like little compartments in our head that we can kind of feel, but it's not really, like, it's obviously not physically there, but it's more of like a feeling that like some alters are more in the forefront of our conscience than the others, and some are kind of in like the subconscious area, and sometimes we can feel them, sometimes we don't. Most of the time we just kind of take it for granted that everybody is there because we know that they can't really get out of the system unless they integrate or die or whatever. Yeah. Okay, next question. I have a question by Ayomi. Oh, the last question was by Rita P, by the way. Okay. By Ayomi. I have a question. What do you mean take care of each other? Can they talk to each other out loud or just in your head? I replied, we can talk to each other in our head sometimes when the alters are both, again, keen, listening, willing, and active. Sometimes we use this handy-dandy journal to write each other stuff that we can't really communicate on the inside, and so we just kind of have a bullet journal so that we can plan our stuff together and work as a team, because that's what systems should do. They should respect each other and give each other space, and all of us have to be assertive, but not aggressive, not passive, not aggressive, not passive aggressive, just assertive. Aww. I love the comment by Don't Forget Me TM, and I love your ID name too, it's just great. Alex is so bright. Yeah, she is quite a bright character. Okay, question by Serenade. Oh, I get it, that's punny. Okay, what happens during the switch? Like, can you switch on command? Again, yes and no. Both of us have to be willing. Both of us have to be on the same page for the switch to happen. Sometimes some alters can get like super uber overbearing and kind of powerful in a way that they can push the others out of the way and come out. But that only happens during emergency situations when Jess needs one specific alter to come out right then and there, because traumatic things still happen in our lives, and if Jess gets triggered, then it's our responsibility to protect her, for the most part. But we do make life complicated for Jess. I mean, we gotta admit that. The last question by I Crucified the Prom Queen. Do you have any social medias? We're not very active on social media, but if you guys want us to be more active on social media other than YouTube, then I guess we could do it, but I don't know if the other alters would be willing to do it. I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine with it. It's just that we're up in the mountains in the middle of nowhere and there's no internet. Other than the crappy Wi-Fi of this place, so we can't exactly, like, my phone doesn't have Wi-Fi right now. I need to go out in the common area to actually get some signal, and yeah, it's sad. But once we get out of here, which will be soon, we're leaving this place in 2 weeks. We're leaving the psych ward. Yes. Sorry. We're leaving this place in less than 2 weeks, in like 11 days, I think. Yes, 11 days. We're leaving this place and we're gonna be in Korea, so follow us, guys. We're gonna be vlogging and we're gonna have so much fun. We get to go out and party. And Jess obviously doesn't like that because she's a total introvert, but This is not just her body, it's all of ours. Sorry, Jess. Sorry, not sorry. Thanks guys for watching. This was a very short video. See you later.